And when I answered that questionnaire and I realized I need help, I'm like, I don't care what people say. A friend recently asked me to speak more about when I had severe depression and anxiety about a year and a half ago, and just what was helpful, what was not, how I was feeling, and how someone can help you. So, just to look at some of those questions, I thought I'd start with how did I become aware of this? So, at work, they had a questionnaire that I could fill in. They sent it out over instant messaging, and as I was filling it out, do you still enjoy things you used to? Um, and just asking those kind of questions, I'm like, sure, I feel like over emotional and just really like I'm not coping and I'm not enjoying my running and my my marriage. I'm struggling when we go on dates. I don't enjoy conversations like I used to. I don't even have energy to like wash the dishes, which is such a simple thing, and day after day, and not feeling like brushing my teeth or simple hygiene things. How did I feel? Hmm. I basically didn't find joy in my running anymore. I would go out running and just didn't even feel like carrying on. Um, I very easily got emotional um, at work or with friends, or if people ask me how I'm feeling, I would have a short fuse, quickly reacting to conflict, or I just didn't have um, any grace or any patience with people, and I reacted very quickly. Um, I felt like everyone hated me. I felt like I was a burden to everyone. I had thoughts of like, I'm so unhappy all the time, maybe if I just live somewhere outside of my house for some time to recover, it wouldn't affect my wife so much. Thoughts like that. So then, what was most helpful for me? Um, when people actually listen to me and just seek to understand, not just where I can almost see them stop listening and waiting for a chance just to respond and tell me what I should do differently. So, really, when they listened, when they understood me, and when I felt respect from them, and when people reached out to me, um, yeah, not waiting for me to reach out because I wasn't in that position. Those were some things that were really helpful. And the next one, what was not so helpful? I laugh when I think about this, but actually it's not so funny when you're dealing with depression. So when you tell people and you really decide to open up your heart and just share with them, and they're like, "Oh, you feel down? I also feel down some days. You'll feel better tomorrow, or just get through it." And they'll tell you, "Just feel better," or out of love, they'll tell you, "No, man, it's not depression. Don't say that." Um, or even something like um, if they feel sorry for you or they start treating you differently. Um, and this word just comes to mind: dignity. Um, you don't want to feel when you're on antidepressants or you get this diagnosis of having depression that somehow you lose value or um, your voice, or just you want to have dignity and still have that respect. So those are some things that weren't so helpful. Now, what is some solutions? Well, the best things I found, the best improvement was when I just accepted it. I was battling this. It's not depression. I'm not going to go on antidepressants. Um, I don't like medication and I'm not gonna get this label. And when I answered that questionnaire and I realized I need help, I'm like, I don't care what people say. This this is depression, and I'm gonna call it the worst it could be in my in my head at that stage. And I said, no, I have depression. So acceptance of myself was really the biggest step towards healing. Having grace for myself when I couldn't do so much work was really helpful. Um, just doing what I can um, was helpful, and then something that still helps me today is having routine in my day, in my week, something that repeats every day. So when I do still have some of those down days, I just carry on with my routine because I know yesterday I enjoyed it, and tomorrow I'll be thankful that I carried on with my training, I carried on with my job, I attended a business meeting. So routine really helps. I took some medication that was helpful when I was really down. Um, Work with a doctor on that. You can't just leave your medication. A lot of times you have to be weaned off of it, otherwise you can just dip much deeper. Um, and then just just adapt some things you love. I love training, but I couldn't go for a 4 kilometer run. I ended up having to um, basically swap that out for 10 minutes of sprinting up and down in the streets. So sprint, walk back, sprint, just some high intensity training with some shorter rest. Just walking back and then sprinting again, about 10 of those. Just that heightening of the heart rate and stuff really just helped me to still feel active, and it's shorter. I couldn't do long things. So that was just some things that really helped me. Yeah, comment below or ask if you have any questions, and I hope this was helpful.